Hi everyone, what's up? How have you been? It's your Silvia aka Luke Silva here. I am there to show you something I'm very proud of today, and yes, this is going to be a different content from usual. So I'm going to show you how my students are playing Tekken. And now I'm pretty sure you're asking what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? But yes, maybe I never said that. Maybe I never said it in the past, but I am teaching Tekken to some new players. And this has all started from a project that has been started from some certain Italian influencers, because I have been officially the Tekken coach at the Tekken project for 2 years in a row. So these influencers, like, they choose certain players that could help other streamers to reach like decent level understanding of the game, right? Which is not easy, especially for a game like Tekken. So the guy you see on the screen is aBoredBoy, which is not the student from the Tekken project, so he's another one actually. He just randomly meet on Twitch, and I'm very proud of him. He's a GoD with Lili. So yeah, I helped him to reach GoD, explained to him the frame data because he had no idea how it worked. And now he's trying to learn with Lili and Jun. So his main goal was to actually reach at least Tekken GoD with Jun, and then eventually see after. And so with Lili, I can also show you some matches of Lili. So now this is Jun. That is still working in progress, okay? He's working on progress. Like, he started with Tekken 8, so be nice, you know? This like takes some time. He's actually studying and he's busy with the studies, so he can't play every day. But when he plays, he tries to learn and understand, so I'll help him, give him some tips here and there, but also sending to him like some documents, because I have been writing some documents to send to him and to also some other students, and has been helping a lot. So it's not just about doing the voice calls, but it's more, because I noticed that he was forgetting what I was saying, because it's just a lot of informations. So I can understand. So the main point, like, of helping another player is to try to be on the other side, which is like very difficult. And these players. Wow. But he has learned a lot of things in the meanwhile, because at first he was, I think, flame ruler with Jun, and when I met him, he was stuck in blue ranks with Lili. And he was in summer, I think. Then he has stopped to play Tekken for some time. And then he came back to Tekken. And so we were doing some sessions like every 2 weeks. I was explaining to him what he had to do. But also, I mean, I'm a person that cares, you know? I really want to help the other person and try to understand. If he doesn't understand, I will record some clips, or I will just try to write everything down. And it gives me a very good sensation, you know, to like teach something that I always took for granted a little bit. Because once you learn some stuff with Tekken, and then you tend to think that everything is easy, while forgetting how it was hard on first time to learn. You know, so just having empathy, having a lot of empathy. Not everyone can actually have it, especially nowadays. Imagine having empathy in 2026. Oh my god. But yeah, so if you have empathy, you can actually have people playing Tekken. And what I found out is that as well, in the meanwhile, it was helping other players, which is like very admirable. So aBoredBoy is a very amazing boy, I might say. aBoredBoy, the queen, the diva with the Jun and Lili gaming. Also, he's like working a lot on his Miarizu, and he's Spanishing so well. Like, now those clips are like some weeks ago. I don't know exactly. Maybe 1 week ago. I don't remember anymore. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. But okay. So he has reached the promo. Yeah, like for example, the Lee matchups is not a matchup that you see very often. You don't really see it. But online, it's everywhere. I don't know for what reason. Like, for me, it's been like that. There's Lee everywhere, and then offline, you don't really see them. So, what was the hardest thing at first to try to explain is how the frame data works and how to apply it. So, it needed more sessions to try to make it stick in his mind. But as soon as he learned, damn it was like punishing a lot of things that I could see the difference. I could see a lot of the difference from when he started. Totally different players in many things. And at first he was also a little bit scared. He was scared to do the ranked match and he didn't know which mindset to use. But I tried to help him as well because the mindset is pretty important part of the game. And online it's very easy to lose your mind and get frustrated. And so I tried to explain how to endure that and to take the breaks as well, because otherwise you're gonna lose your mind completely. So it's been working a lot first on the Lili. I was explaining to him the Jun, but he really wanted to keep up playing with Lili. So I let him do that. I actually showed him some frame traps that he didn't know that he could do the frame traps. So it was hard stack blue ranks. And I think then at a certain point he reached Tekken King and then he couldn't move up from there. So then I was like trying to see what he could improve. At first we didn't really play against each other because I didn't thought it was helpful in that moment. But then with a little bit of spare, how do you call it? How do you say that? Doing some spare training? Yeah, doing some spare training. A little bit. But at first I just showed him the stuff on the practice mode, how we could apply them. And at first he was very confused with the Jun stuff. And I can totally understand it. Like to manage the stance of Jun, especially with the fact that she can lose and then regain health during the match. It was very confusing also for me at first. So then I tried to imagine to explain this to a player that has started with Tekken 8. So she's not necessarily a hard character, but it can be confusing with all the moves, plenty of moves she has, try to switch from one stance to another, and also the fact that the game is not telling you directly how to switch to stances sometimes. Like there are some specific shortcuts that the game doesn't tell you. And then I'm gonna show you another set. There you go. This is the set, the promotion for GoD. He was super happy. He was super happy when he reached that. And he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. And then he just thanked me a lot for it, because what I tried to explain to him was something that at first he didn't thought like it could matter too much. Because at first I think most Tekken players are in denial of how the frame data could change completely or sort of your point of view in how you have like to make it work, and how sometimes also you have to disrespect the frames. But not just about that, but also how to wake up, the throw breaking, the movement. Is still trying to work on the movement. There's still a lot of work to do, but at this point I tried. He could see that in not so much time I reached so many good progress. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very proud to show you this thing actually. And there are also a few other players that are playing Lili, and they were stuck at blue ranks, and then they reached God ranks. Of course, we can do much more, but they were just satisfied with Tekken God for some reason. But who knows? Maybe in the future, looking forward to keep up with like explaining more and more, because at the end of the day, you're helping the community. aBoredBoy is a very altruist player, so and a person. So yeah, like he's helping other players and his friends as well So just all of a sudden, then he tells me, oh, you know, I've been playing with this other friend of mine who was stuck with Lili, and then I just saw how much like this could help other players as well in the meanwhile, and I just thought it was like super good. I'm very glad and proud of what I have done, and the day that I accepted to help him. So yeah, eventually I'm giving some help, especially for the female characters, because are the ones that I know the most. So yeah, I'm open to help other players and to do some coaching. So eventually, if some of you are stuck in blue ranks or ruler ranks or whatever, you can try to message me on Discord, and we can see what I can do for you, because it's a very cool thing to do. Other names that I have been helping with Tekken, especially as my very first experience of coaching, has been like 2 players specifically from Twitch. The first one is an Italian influencer known as Fossa for Round 2, which is like a very huge resource for video games in Italy. And he needed some help with Asuka so that he could try to play and compete against the other influencers. So yeah, it was a tournament in person against other influencers. I think it was like around 8 influencers or something. And so it was just close numbers of people. And this has been like 2 years ago. The most recent one has been with Scati Parri, which is an Italian streamer. And I might say Twitch influencer, new coming up streamer, and she streams in Italian mainly, and she loves Asuka, so I've been helping her with Asuka, and she's done lots of good improvements, because she started from ruler ranks or Fujin, if I'm not mistaken, because now it's past like I think 1 year or something, and now she recently hit Tekken God Supreme, which is like something very huge, and I'm very glad and proud of her improvements. And also the community has been helping her a lot, so now she can learn and just play on her own and with other players. So after she reached a certain rank, then she just started to be much more independent on the learning process. So I hope you enjoyed these matches. Let me know, what do you think? I know like coaching has been a little bit of controversial thing. You know, if like I can see that I can help some players and I see some results, I think this is something very valuable for sure, very valuable. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. I hope you appreciated a kind of video different like this. So yeah, also mind you, I stream on Twitch on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. So I'll see you there. Ciao ciao, bye bye. Let's see if it's Spanish. Yeah, it's Spanish. Time to put